This last week I've noticed quite a few people asking about putting a cotton wick on a Genesis atomizer, and so I figured I'd do a quick tutorial on how to do it. I'm not going to do wrapping a coil or installing a coil and all that, because that's a whole nother thing. So we'll just do some cotton on the Jenny, and today I'm going to do it on my Agate 2, and let's get to it. Okay, so your cotton, it's going to come all rolled up in a ball like that. Just unroll it as best you can. I've already done it on this one, so just unroll it best you can. Get all nice and flat like that. Then we're just going to separate it, kind of fluff it out a little bit. You don't want it to be really dense, you want it to be kind of thin. And it's not going to be perfect, but it'll work. Just going to fluff the whole thing out like this a little bit. Alright, this top piece, that's what we're going to use. So, get our scissors, and let's see, we'll just cut that much. Okay, so we'll cut a square out, or a rectangle out like that. And the next thing we'll do, I already kind of did it, but we'll cut through a little bit, not quite to the end, but almost, like this. See that little piece that I left there? That's going to be what goes down into the tank. There we go. So now we have a square with a tail, and we'll just roll the top up, because this top part right here, that's going into your coil, and that's actually a little thick, so we'll take some of that off. After a while you'll get a feel for how much to use, but you don't want to pack it too tight, otherwise you won't wick it. It won't wick well. So anyhow, so now you end up like this, and you just give it a good twist and roll, and it's like a thread. A little thicker than a thread, but easiest way I know how to explain it. Or it looks like a thread. I'm going to take our scissors, I'm going to cut it, just to have a nice straight tail. This tail right here, that's what's, it's got to be long enough to just get through the deck. It doesn't, you don't really want a whole lot going into the tank. Some people do. I don't prefer that method. But you want just enough to get through the width of your, the thickness of your deck here. So let's take this old wick out. It's probably had about 3 tanks above his bounty through it. Pretty gnarly. Give it a burn. Get it all cleaned up. What I like to do is I like to take a towel and just gently wipe off any ash or soot that might have accumulated on the coil. Just gently. Give it another quick fire. We'll call that good. Alright, anyway. So we're going to take our wick here, and we'll just put it down through the coils into the wick hole, and then we're going to take a little pin that I have here. I'm going to use that to just kind of jam the some of that cotton, get it down in the coils. You want a good layer of cotton touching your coils, so you want to take it to where when it's no longer thread size and it's just, you know, and it's just the regular part of the wick and it's not that thread on the tail anymore. You just want to take that little part all the way down to the deck, not in the hole but just down to the deck, so that you have all your coils touching cotton. I really need to get a better camera. Anyway, so now you have it on here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but you get the general idea. I'll just cut the top off, get a little bit of haircut, make it look all nice. Alright, we'll get some juice and we'll see how it wicks. Anyway, let's get some juice in here. I don't like to fill it all the way to the top for dripper mode, for auto dripper mode. I like to fill it almost to the top, but not quite. Got a little bit of playroom in there. .3 mil tank, so I'd say probably about 2 3/4 mil, 2.75 mil. That's about what I use. We'll see how this wicks. If I can hold it still enough for you. Now, when you're testing the wicking, you want to watch down by the base, where the down by the base where the wick hole is, because sometimes you'll get juice piling up there, right here, down here on the bottom. You'll get juice piling up in there. And then when that happens, if too much piles up in there, then just push your cotton down a little bit to kind of help keep that juice from dripping out. Well, she looks like she's wicking pretty good. A little bit of juice piling, but no big deal. Just get a little bit of juice, get the top part of this wick wet. Because I want to sit here and wait for it to wet itself, because it takes a little bit. I'm an impatient individual sometimes, especially when it comes to testing out something. Looks like it's working just fine. Cool. Let's get a vape. Oh, the cotton. Now sometimes when you're vaping and you're tilting, you'll get a little bit of juice on your air hole, which that's not too much of an issue. just every once in a while as you're vaping, do a vape without tilting it every once in a while, because what I've noticed is that sometimes you get a little bit of a collection of juice in there, nothing major, but just a little overstocking, if you will. So every once in a while, just give a good vape, not tilted, and then yeah, cotton on a Jenny. I don't even use mesh anymore. Cotton. It's all about cotton, because I don't get hot spots with cotton. And an agate with mesh, hot spot city. Cotton. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Take her easy. Later on.